Merry holidays to one and all, and
Happy
welcome.
Halloween.
Well, that immediately breaks me. welcome, one and all, to the first annual Chance Encounters holiday party. So, we are doing a little different new thing for this year. And before I get into it, I should probably say, hello, I am Ian Frost. I am the founder, I suppose, of Chance Encounters, the tabletop gaming channel you are currently watching. I am here with the core cast of Chance Encounters, the three people that you will always see some combination of no matter what you are watching on this channel. So, Asteria is here.
Hi, I'm Warden Asteria. I am the main producer, editor, director per se. I guess that's sort of a thing that we do together, but I'm the main partner in crime, as it were.
And in everything, in all of life.
Ding! If you can't tell by our matching jumpsuits and the fact that we're in one box together, we live together!
I don't think it's real. I think it's just magic.
It's
made up for the clout.
Yeah.
Just for YouTube. And Ben also.
Yeah, hi, I'm Ben. I'm the nepotism hire.
Yes, Ben is my baby brother. So baby. He's only 1 year younger than me, but he's
I thought you were going to say he's only 1 year old.
He's only 1 year
It's
old.
only 1 year old. It's true.
The most
I was grown into two.
1-year-old. Yeah.
So, as I said, we are the three people that you will always see at least one of, but usually two of, honestly, usually all three of, in any given thing that you're going to see on this channel. Usually, for people who have been with us for however many years Chance Encounters has been going.
You're the fucking realist.
Truly. Shout out especially to Mr. Thomas. Ordinarily, every past year that we've been doing this, we have done a holiday special one-shot of some kind. And they have all been so much fun to do. But this year, we wanted to do something a little bit different, primarily because, for one, we've made a lot of, changes, both like structurally, schedule-wise. We have solidified that we three are the core of Chance Encounters, and we are launching a lot of new stuff. We've already been doing Godkiller and a new sort of relaunch of Starlit Future. Ben's been running one-shots for Halloween, which was wonderful. And we've really gotten into a rhythm. And with all of this new stuff coming, and on top of all of that, with the new year right around the corner, we have very important new things coming that we will announce at the end of this video. We thought it would be a good idea to sort of hang out with you guys, virtually speaking, and introduce ourselves a little bit for anyone who is joining us for the first time going into this new year. So we're going to hang out. We're going to eat some snacks that we picked out that are holiday themed that we have never tried before. And we're just going to talk a little bit about our relationship to RPGs and each other, I guess, and what you can expect to see from each of us on this channel.
A real get-to-know-us kind of video.
Very much.
Because we are your friends, parasocially.
I got a pair of social socks on. No, that's not true. I'm barefoot, but you'll never know.
No free feet.
Yeah.
That's a Chance Encounters guarantee.
So, to start things off, I'm going to go ahead and start with Asteria, because you're sitting next to me. So I have some questions prepared, but I'm sure it's just going to evolve into kind of a free-form conversation about this stuff. But my first question to you is, what was your first sort of memory of getting into tabletop games? Like, how did you come to want to do this?
Memory. Well, you already sort of name-dropped the person responsible. My high school librarian. In my high school, we had this thing called Enrichment Week, which a week in between trimesters, between spring and the last one, I guess summer trimester?
We call that summer.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was called summer trimester technically. Whatever. Or is it? No, winter and spring? Whatever.
Yeah, winter and spring. What are you
Between
talking
those
about?
two, in the springtime, there would be just like a week where our school would put on different programs that the students could sign up for. Some were like trips, some were like there was like a amazing race that was ran every year, type one. And our high school librarian, Mr. Thomas, the realest motherfucker out there, did all the nerdy stuff. So I took his comic book creation class, or enrichment week, 1 year. Um, and in my senior year of high school, he did a tabletop enrichment week where we played GURPS and Pathfinder and Dungeons and Dragons and just all these different tabletop games. And at the same time, that's when I uh, was watching Hot Pepper Gaming, and I watched Matt's Hot Pepper Gaming, and he mentioned that he had a tabletop show, a D&D show on Geek and Sundry called Critical Role with specifically he name dropped Laura Bailey and Travis Willingham, which as a long time anime fan, anime English dub, Funimation dub fan, I was very familiar with both Laura and Travis. And that got me really interested. So the two things sort of collided at the same time. What I was learning in real life, I had sort of these artists I aspired to having a show that I could sort of also like watch, you know, these respected actors do at the same time. So it kind of everything kind of converged nicely. Um, and yeah, once we started playing, I never looked back, and once I started Critical Role, I never stopped consuming actual plays. So you can blame my high school librarian for everything. And that is with all the affection in the world.
Amazing. Ben, same question.
Yeah, for me it was I think shortly after that, like close to the end of the spring semester, maybe early on into summer, um, I joined Asteria and our group of friends. Um, and one of our friends at the time uh was like, "Hey, I'll DM for all you guys all at once." And then we went to our friend's house and it was 10 people around one table all trying very poorly to play D&D 5th edition for the first time. Um I had my level 7 druid, Jake Thunderfist.
Oh,
Um
Jake! Oh, I
yeah,
miss. We should bring back the characters that we played in that game for something. That would be so
I
fun.
I was looking for the character sheet. It's not in my main folder, but I know that I still have the character sheet for Jake somewhere.
What I
But
wouldn't give to have my like first character sheet I ever made.
I still have my character whose name I am forgetting, but I can see her in my mind. Um, and I remember all the details about her, and I'm pretty sure I still have her character sheet.
I know that I have my second character sheet, Sonar Shepherdson.
Hmm.
He's in there. But yeah, good memories of that. I thought spells you could only use them once, and the spell slots were the amount of spells prepared that you could have. So I just had a stack. I bought like the cards for druids, and I had a stack of like 27 different spells, and I just choose one and then put it down. Ah, good
So valid.
times.
So valid. I still honestly get intimidated by playing like primarily caster classes. I will default to playing a physical class because I just don't like having consumable like resources be my primary thing.
You ain't got the nerve for it.
No, no, you can never run out of fist. So, yeah. Yeah.
Your turn.
Oh man, it is me. So, for me, it's kind of a journey because I feel like there are a lot of disparate pieces that added up to me getting into the medium before I even realized that that's what I was doing. I think, um, because when I was little, I was fully role playing on the playground. Like, as an adult, I would understand that what me and my friends were doing was technically LARPing, but we were like, you know, the three weird kids that were running around in this, like, by the way, little mountain town where like people just kind of, the kids just kind of played baseball or got into cowboy stuff. So it was definitely very strange what I was doing in that context. But we would go out every recess, and we had these characters, and we had crafted this really elaborate, cool fantasy narrative, with like these epic story arcs. Looking back, it probably had a very Axe Cop vibe because it was filtered through like children trying to make stuff seem really way cooler and more serious than it was. But we took it so seriously. And then as I got older and I got, you know, more, I guess, openly nerdy, like into comics and other stuff, my blind spot was D&D and tabletop in general. I didn't even know there were other games than D&D. So for me, when I learned about it, I was already starting to experience that, like, oh, I need to like suppress some of this stuff because it's making me stand out in a way that is a problem. So that like defense mechanism of like, okay, well, I love comics, but like D&D, like LARPing, D&D, like role playing, any of that, that's the bridge. Right, exactly. It's like, that's the bridge I won't cross. But this is literature. I'm not gonna do that, you know. But then when I got into high school, so I went to an arts high school, and it was my first experience truly being around kids that I felt like were on the same wavelength as me. And I truly did not know what to do with that, like, at all. I was like happy but overwhelmed by it. So I would just kind of sit near people that were hanging out that I thought were cool but wasn't like engaging because I didn't know how. And there was this one guy at my school who would go on to become my best friend in high school, who kept approaching me and being like, hey man, so like what kind of stuff do you like? Or do you want to like come like closer to, you want to come hang out with us? And like inch by inch, I got closer to actually joining the friend group until one day I just found myself hanging out with people. And once that had happened, we were all from different like arts conservatories. So our friend group had like, we had some creative writers, which is what I was. We had people who were in visual arts. We had people who were in production and design. I think that was primarily it. And we had all come together. And finally, once the friend group had solidified, this one friend was like, so guys, do you guys want to do D&D? Like, I've been running, you know, D&D games since I was little. It's really fun. I think we should do it together. We'd be really good. And me being like, oh, I have friends, like actual friends for the first time. Maybe I should say yes to everything ever. So I was like, oh yeah, sure. That sounds great. Yeah, man. Yeah, let's go. So he starts showing me the books, and I'm like, oh, I think this shit's cool. I think I might love this, actually. So I start looking through it, and I'm looking through, like, yeah, elves and dwarves and whatever, and I'm like, I start having these ideas, and I'm like, hey, man, listen, I don't really want to play any of these. Would it be okay if I sort of made something up for the world that you told me about? Because the world sounds really cool, but I think I could make up, like a whole culture of people. And he was like, yeah, man, you could do that. And then I go home and it's like all I did that night. I just like drafted it out. And it truly was one night. So I drafted that all out. And then I started creating a language immediately.
Man went full Tolkien.
I did in one night. And I was like, I'm going to write a grammatical structure, a basic one. And then I'm going to write a couple of poems to demonstrate like how the naming conventions work, and here's like the name of my character and how that shows like how the language works. And I brought this notebook full of stuff the next day to show him, and I was like, so here's what I got, I don't know if this is okay, like super nervous. And he was like, this is the best, dude, this is amazing, this is what I want, this is what you need to be doing. Okay, great. So we all get together and we play, and it was like, it was that like truly that magical light bulb moment of like, I need to do this forever. This is the most fun I've ever had in my life. That group of friends, many of them are still my best friends to this day. We all of us continued playing that game all through high school because that was our freshman year. We played into like a year or so after we graduated. We were constantly making art from that world. So the writers were writing stories to the point where in my senior year, all of our creative writing teachers knew the world that we were playing D&D in because it was all we ever turned in. We only ever turned in like fan fiction from our own world. And then the visual artists in the group were also like doing the visual art from it. They were drawing the characters and these big landscapes. All of us submitted stuff from that world that we had been making for our college apps and got into our colleges that we wanted from that work. So I continued playing from there with like different friends. We met at a game table as well.
We did.
Like so many significant events in my life were like tabletop gaming adjacent or like directly from that, you know. The game when the game that we met at kind of imploded. We it was kind of a no-brainer that I was like, we're gonna start our own home game. But even before that, I would also say Critical Role is a pretty foundational part of my story because, I mean, how could they not be? They're like the first major sort of like actual play to get extremely popular. Like they taught people that was a thing you could do and be taken seriously. So when one of my friends that I played with told me to watch that, I consumed it ravenously. It taught me how to play 5th edition, because before that I was playing only like 3rd edition or something. I don't even remember. At a certain point, we just started homebrewing everything. But yeah, and I learned 5th edition from watching Critical Role, and then was like, okay, I want to have my own channel. I want to start doing this. And I like got some friends together and like had a very basic, those first Chance Encounters 1.0 that the world will never see.
That we do have on a hard drive.
We do,
but...
yeah. I'm really proud of the stuff that we did at that time, but the tech level was so amateur because we were playing around. We were in college, like we didn't know what we were doing. We just wanted to do it. And that was like Chance Encounters 1.0, and now here we are at like Chance Encounters 5.0. I think we've really solidified like how we do it, and it, you know, these are the people that I want to do it with for as long as we possibly can, and that's the story. Merry holiday, everyone.
Oh my God, this guy loves us. Ugh.
I said it would be a journey and a long story, and it was. That's why I went last.
And moral of the story is, if you're turning in work that is for your D&D world, as long as it fulfills the requirements of the assignment, keep doing that, because it's
Literally.
awesome.
Fun fact, I am a teacher at the school that I went to. And now I tell my students that. Like, I teach a roleplay gaming class. For any of you who are watching, you probably are. Hello! And that's one of the things that I teach. I'm like, all of my teachers were cool with it. Some of those teachers are still here. No one's gonna bat an eye. If you're passionate about this world that you're making, you know, and stuff you're telling me about here in the context of this roleplay class, yeah, if it fulfills the requirements, use it for everything. Use it for your college apps, because it's the thing that you're passionate about, so it's going to be the thing you're best at. Yeah. Shall we move on to the next question on the docket?
Oh my God, there are more?
This guy talked for like 15 minutes. How could there be more? Yeah. So my next question is primarily about influences. So at this point, all three of us have run things on the channel and are planning to do so more and again and again. And we all have very different styles, I would say. Like, everything that you watch from us has a totally different flavor to it. So I wanted to ask each of you guys in turn what your influences are, like what media, whether it's tabletop or not. I know certainly mine, a lot of them are not tabletop things, have influenced your writing style, your play style, and just generally like what kind of stuff people can expect to see from you when you run games on this channel.
Yeah. I like the sad shit. I have always gravitated towards sad or angsty or like just emotionally affecting stories. Um, Not to keep yapping about Critical Role, but the moments that affect me and the storylines that affect me the most are the ones that are the most emotional. So, like when Percy dies, I sobbed for hours while watching the episode and after. And our mom came into my room and was like, "Are you okay?" And I had to explain to her what was happening. But it affected me so, so, so deeply.
Mm-hmm.
And Liam's whole shit with Vax, both like in and out of game for him, like I met him one time. He was the sweetest guy ever. You know, I talked to him about all of that and just an incredible guy. But when I think fondly on Vox Machina, like Vax's storyline and what it means to Liam is like one of the things that like is one of the first things I think about.
Were you
like,
watching it live?
I was watching it live. I was catching up very expeditiously, and the first episode I ever caught live, I think was like 48 or 50, where Craven Edge kills Grog and Pike has to go into and get his soul back. That was the first episode I ever watched live. So I watched a lot of the campaign live. And then like, you know, the sort of gothic romantic literature like Dracula and Frankenstein and anything that has to really do with vampires. If you've listened to God Killer, that will be very evident in that work. You know, The Last of Us, The Walking Dead, anything that really just sort of explores the human condition in a meaningful emotional way. Like right now, to prop the microphone up, it's standing on Starcrossed, which is from Bully Pulpit Games, made by Alex Roberts. It's one of my favorite TTRPGs of all time. The only reason that we haven't played it is it's a Dread type game where you play from a Jenga tower, and so we have to figure out the logistics on how to film that. But I do want to film it. It's one of my favorites. It's one of the first non D&D games that I've ever played, that are like collaborative RPG style games. And the few games that I have played of Starcrossed, they were emotional, they were beautiful, they were heartbreaking, and I just really like those kinds of stories. I like the ones that sort of the Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein, that just sort of you go to bed and you're just staring at the ceiling awake, just processing. I like those types of stories. And if I run something, even if it's not as intimate as a 1 or a 2 player game, that's gonna be prevalent in the themes or in the storyline of something that I'm playing for sure. Because don't know any other way to be. I'm sure anyone who's watching this who has watched our body of work before, you know, up until this point, you can also see it in the characters that I play.
Yeah.
They always have something affecting that is like the core. You know, Hermone and Helix is a ride. Calanthe had all of that shit going on with her. Constant Thoughtful Actions has everything that's currently going on with them, which I can't get into because we're filming some more stuff that's gonna come out that's really heavy, and emotional. And yeah, I like crying and I like making people cry, and that's fun for me. So if you're watching something or listening to something that I've done, that's my goal. And if you're not crying, I just need to work harder.
I feel like that is my experience playing with you for sure. I mean,
Mhm.
we've been like playing together for, you know, 7 years now. Um, and primarily I'm the one running stuff,
Mhm.
like in our home games and on here. Godkiller is the first thing that you have run that I've been in.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I can see the through line with you as a player and with you as a GM. Saying stuff like Walking Dead is really interesting to me because I can fully see and feel that playing as Vos in that game. It feels like you world built around the idea of humanity in the same way that Walking Dead is like, okay, yeah, it's a story about zombies, but it's not. It's a story about people and
Mhm.
survival and relationships with a backdrop of a speculative element. And that is what your world feels like. Like every world building element that is like deeply speculative and interesting and strange, it all connects to something deeply emotional and personal to at least one character who is important in the world, whether it's an NPC or whether it's like me. And that is a really unique way to build a world that has been very interesting and fun for me to like adapt to, honestly, because it is a different style
Mhm.
than how I often do things. um yeah, and it's never just sadness for sadness's sake too. You're always building towards something.
Yeah, like there's a scene in one of the not yet released episodes of Starlit that is pretty sad and emotional and affecting, but it is ultimately um hopeful and uh forward looking. And that sentence, that those combination of words is ultimately what I'm just interested in.
Mm-hmm.
I am not interested in a story that does not ultimately believe in the goodness of people, because that's how I live my life. But I also recognize that to be alive and to be human can be really fucking sad.
Mm-hmm.
And so most people at some point in their life, usually multiple times in their life, have to overcome these periods of immense sadness or struggle. And what does it mean to do that? Not what does it take, but what does it mean? I think also the Lord of the Rings does this really well. Again, the blueprint for all fantasy, but you know, every man in that movie cries at some point,
Mm-hmm. Like
and
hard.
hard. And there are multiple monologues on what it means to persevere through difficult situations and what it means to believe in the goodness of the world and why should we do that. That's what's interesting to me. um and so I want to tell stories that serve. There's so much shit in the world that's bad and terrible, and it's easy to fall into despair without that hope to cling to. And I'm fucking tired of it. I want to be someone who at the end of the day can bring the balance back, I guess.
Very well said. Gently hands microphone to Ben.
Oh, hey, what's this thing?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Um, well, going from that very inspiring monologue about what inspires you, my influences, I like that nerd shit and not like that whole like fantasy system. Uh I before I realized that you can't make any money doing it, I wanted to be a historian. So I like logistics. I like vehicles. Um, Pretty much whenever Ian has a question about like, hey, how would this mechanical thing work? Or like, how does a fighter jet work? He comes to me because I just know that off the dome.
mm-hmm.
Um,
I did put a fighter jet in the fantasy world recently and did indeed ask that question. And you did indeed answer immediately and
mhm.
correctly.
I was like, you could do this, this, and this. But yeah, I like stories with big overarching movements, but I also like zooming in on how the small things affect those bigger events. Um, so um, I'd say I'd like more the anthology type stories. Like whenever I'm watching Star Trek, I always like the single episodes more than I like the two-parters. Sorry, that's just how it is. Um, Early Supernatural, when it was the goal was just to find dad, but it was just
Mhm.
Monster of the Week. Love that shit. Ate that up. Doctor Who,
Listen, the
love.
best seasons of Supernatural are the first few.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm,
just a
mhm.
fact.
It's so good, and then they kept dying and going to hell. Um,
And then they went to Turbo Hell.
and then they went to Turbo Hell, and then they
For the
went to
crime of
heaven.
being gay.
That happened?
Yes!
Yeah.
Wait, oh my God.
Castiel says, I love you, Dean, and then goes to super hell.
Oh,
That's like the end of his story, right? That's just
I
like
honestly
what
don't
happens to
know.
him.
And do I need to know more?
No,
No.
no. I'd fallen off way before that point, so. Anyway,
but yeah, whenever I'm in any sort of campaign run by Mr. Frost, I always lock in hella
God, that's your
hard.
name.
I know.
um,
I but he's so good at it. I always lock in really hard on like the overarching conspiracies or like how these small actions that we're focused on could impact the bigger things. Um, I'll always remember joining season 2 of First City and being the conspiracy guy and always having to think about the bigger impact of the world. That was so much fun to me.
mhm.
And that's something that uh, in my longer form games, which I haven't run in a while, I haven't done like a proper like 10 episode or 10 session campaign in a long time, but that's sort of the stuff that I like to hone in on.
Yeah, I absolutely see that through line too in the characters that you play. Like with every character, I feel like there is a an aspect of a much simpler and raw
Rawr.
raw
Rawr,
or
rawr.
raw sort of humanity. Um, because oftentimes, yeah, in my stories there are these big things happening, and you zero in on the individuals on a smaller scale. Like in First City, granted, like I had asked you to come in and play Jeremy. Like Jeremy already existed in First City, and he was a character who had been kind of in the background, who he hadn't met yet, but the story was really about what had happened to this character and how it had rippled out into this bigger problem. And so when this character arrived, um, you had really I wanted to give you like all of the freedom to fill in the details of who this man is, how these things had affected him, and what his personality was going to be like, and also just like what else other than the basic like bullet points of his backstory we could put in there, right? And you came out with this character who felt much more like he had just been sort of living in the world as a person and was still looking at the world through that lens, but it like warps somewhat because he's so focused on that the idea of the systems and what superheroes can be are like it's not enough because it's too much. I don't know, there's something very human about that. And then playing Rudy in Starlit is Rudy is unquestionably my favorite one of your characters. I think he playing an organic human in that world and being the playing the only one like in the main party was such a power move, I think. But Rudy's story continues to be very much about how just a person with a limited lifespan navigates this rapidly evolving world that is getting more futuristic every single moment and trying not to be left behind.
That
Yeah.
is something that I find that I do like to do both as a player and as a DM is to challenge
Mm-hmm.
either the DM or my players with the
Yeah.
stories or the characters that I bring.
Mm-hmm. Do you think there is there like a common theme that you look for beyond that, like something sort of specific that keeps coming up for you?
Uh, that's a great question. I think vaguely, one, I just like being a little shit. It's a little brother in me. It's the most fun I can have. But I do think it's mostly the uh if there's one through line I've had in my character, it's if this guy is an asshole, why don't we just kill him?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that I think I bring the most is that sometimes it's not the best idea to do that. Like sometimes you need to like do other things that may be morally more gray in order to have a better outcome, but still at the same time, this guy's still a jerk. Why don't we just deal with him now?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, awesome. I fully see it. Tis back to me then, I
Hmm.
suppose. Um, so for me, I think my primary, like, my background is really in I am studied in the craft of writing, whatever that means. Um,
The writer.
and I try to bring in different mediums of writing and the way that those like mediums are put together. Specifically, I would say screenwriting and the
Hmm.
structure of like serialized television that has episodic pieces. You know, every individual episode has its plot line and yet is still a piece of a larger plot line, that like both of those things have to coexist and there's a structure to it. um I do like to bring in that element of cinematic or television structure in my games. um i I can pretty much guarantee that I will never make a game that is just like, here's the most basic idea of a thing you might do, and everything else is a sandbox, and I'll just fully build whatever around whatever you guys kind of stumble into or decide to do in a fully open world. I will always try to craft some kind of three-act structure into things, and have like sort of milestones within the story that hit those satisfying beats that's like a cyclical relationship with the characters. Like I will provide the earliest basics of the world, and then you will return something back to that world, and then I integrate that, make something for your character, and then throw it back to you, and then how you respond to that sort of takes a different branch, but it looks like this sort of, the roads are converging at these beats and then influencing what those beats look like, if that makes sense. But I do like a certain amount of structure to keep things honestly just more engaging and to really focus in on arcs. And that's true, I think, of me as both a GM and a player. Is I am very concerned with character arc, even if I don't immediately know, and you shouldn't know immediately what your character, like where your character's full arc is going to go, but I always come in with an idea of like, what is my catastrophic character flaw that needs to be addressed at some point. um I think that's like one of the best things that you can give to a game master as a player, is like, here is a thing that needs to change, help me craft a path to challenge this character to create an arc of some kind, and then we'll figure out where it's going by the end of it. um Genre wise, I'm pretty all over the place. Like even just on this channel, I've done a lot of different stuff. Like, uh, Starlit Future is a very Star Trek influenced, like clean cut space exploration story, but there is a little bit of like superhero in the larger than life nature of the characters. But I think that's true of Star Trek in general already. Um, and there's a certain amount of like hero's journey mythology that comes into play sometimes. Uh, I don't think I've done a straight up high fantasy
No.
on the channel yet. I do that in our home game.
Mhm.
But even that, there's literal science fiction crashing into it at all times. And then First City, our first thing on Chance Encounters, is a sci-fi superhero story but I think my genre through line is that I don't ever like working with only one. I really like at times violently smashing genres together,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it's a situation where it's like this seemed to be the genre and this other thing has crept in and it doesn't quite mesh and it's colliding in a messy way. Like within the narrative, like for example in our home game, they're engaging with this portal to a another world, a world that is dead, but it's a world that has science fiction technology in it. And some of that technology has found its way into this very, classical fantasy world, and it is it's not welcome there. It is like a message, a treatise on why the Prime Directive in Star Trek matters. Um, so I very rarely will be working with only one genre. And then in terms of like theme and trope, I think one thing that I always love messing with is the idea of how a magic system, and when I say magic system, I mean it could be literally magic, but I consider superpowers to be a magic system as well. Any superhuman abilities, when they are baked into a world and characters are be able to use them, I love stories that are about how the structures of humanity, the structures of existing, because it doesn't even have to be humanity, just the structures of people, government, economics, law, how do these things try to navigate people with powers and magic and things like that? So honestly, I know I'm inviting criticism here, but like the idea of Batman v Superman, like what that story is about, is a good example of that. Um, and then on the Marvel side, like Civil War, same deal. Um, Anything where people with superhuman abilities have to try and figure out how to exist within the systems of people is so fascinating to me. I will always come back to that. Uh, what's one more thing I can think of? Yeah, one more thing, Columbo. Oh yeah, I've realized that my favorite type of character to make is a character who is very singular in their ability, or at least thinks that they are, who thinks like I'm the only one who can do this, or just like this is a goal that I have to accomplish at all costs. Therefore the character gaslights themselves into thinking they're invincible because the alternative is unacceptable. So they're just like, no, I just simply have to not die. I simply won't die. It's okay, I can do it, I just won't die. um, that's my favorite character trope. I keep using it over and over again. I don't even know where I got it from, honestly. Um, oh, I didn't say my like actual influences of
Yeah.
what I like.
Oh my
God, I
God,
like a lot of
showrunner.
things. I know.
Superheroes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, superhero comics I
Star
engage with
Trek.
quite a lot. Star Trek, Star Wars, but mostly expanded universe Star Wars. Grew up on those books. Like challenging what Star Wars is so interesting to me. Rest in peace, Legends continuity. Uh, and then also just like I just love a good ass movie,
Yeah.
you know?
Capital G good.
Yeah. And I really like when stuff just gets extremely weird and cosmic and strange. Um, and then improv as well.
Mm.
When you see a game that is run by me, you can expect to see me at least do a good amount of like improv. I leave holes in my notes so that I can tap into that because I am trained in that and I enjoy doing that. I think some of the best moments in our in home games and in stuff that we filmed for me personally has come from a character that I had no idea of or very little idea of and just allowed to be created and developed on the spot, and those moments became some of the most special moments to me. So
And I am very guilty of taking characters that you did not expect
mhm.
to be important and being like, "No, I want to know more about them. Tell me more about them." In fact, I'm going to live in their house, self-invited, and they can't get rid of me.
Mhm. So, in summary, blending genres, often superhero, science fiction, and fantasy coming together. Some kind of cinematic, like 3 act structure. Characters who gaslight themselves into thinking they're invincible.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's the Cliff's Notes of my situation. Yeah.
So far, I think you're the only one who has like ran games that are just your influences. Like First City is superhero and you are like DC guy,
Mm.
and Starlit Future is Star Trek and you love Star Trek. You know what I mean? Like they're more one to one in premise, I think.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I would just say that it's usually when I'm doing that, it's because I want to talk about what I like about it
Yeah.
and what I wish was different about it. I've said before at some point, maybe not on camera though, that what the original point of First City is, like what it's to me, what it's supposed to be, is a love letter to superhero comics, but also a direct it sounds so pretentious to say deconstruction, but it is kind of. The character of Helix, I won't talk too much about it because if this inspires you to go back and watch First City, please
Please
do.
do.
It's truly,
Please.
there's so much
Please.
of that story. I mean, all of that story I'm deeply, deeply proud of. Um, but I think some of our coolest moments have happened in that show. But there's a character named Helix in that who is a character who goes to the superhero school, but he's the only student in this class that doesn't have powers. And his backstory is very mysterious. And on the surface, he seems to be that sort of like Sasuke type, like brooding character, or like a Bruce Wayne, like Batman style, like I am so mysterious and no one care me, but that. But then when you engage with his character, I want to like crack open the egg and be like, let's spill out the contents of characters like this and analyze why people gravitate toward them so much, which really is why I gravitate toward them, and then try to turn them on their head a little bit. So I think I do. That is, I think maybe my final point is I have an instinct to deconstruct. I really love breaking open tropes and being like, what are all the gears that make this turn, that make this interesting, and can I wind them in a different way, put them back together into a new shape? So I think you will see me do things that are at first like, oh, is this just Star Trek? Oh.
I didn't mean it like it's just Star Trek.
Oh, and I didn't think you did.
I just meant like I haven't run like God Killer is not like a Walking Dead game.
Right, yeah.
Like it's not like you can't make that one-to-one connection, right? But if you know that I like that I love Bloodborne, if you know that I like The Last of Us, like you can see it in there. You know, it's in the bloodstream, but it's not so like we're just like in a similar world or like setting, you know?
I think if I had to to try to map out what that is, I would almost say that like you like starting with either an emotion or a point, like a theme that is directly about the real world, and you will engage with that in a very direct manner. Whereas usually the point that I want to make starts with, here's what I want to say about this genre or this style of story, and then through that start talking about things about the real world that is a good lens to look at. So I think I just have a more indirect approach to theme, whereas you are a very deeply like direct theme person. And I think that's one of my favorite things about the diversity of what exists on this channel. So, yeah.
I just like watching your guys' reactions when I throw shit at you.
Yeah. Well, gang, those were all of the questions that I had prepared. We covered our influences, our early experience with games, and what kinds of things you can expect to see from us on this channel. I think
Objection. Oh, You didn't ask me what to expect to see from me on this channel.
Sorry, it's kind
Yeah,
of
I
baked
wanted
into
to
the
sort of
second
talk
part.
about like what we wanted want to do going forward. If we want to drop any hints going forward, if we had any
Because
ideas
Yeah,
we
that
have
we
well,
wanted
plenty
to.
yeah.
in the works.
I mean, the big thing I'm gonna announce at the end
Hmm.
of this video. But yeah, if you want to do a more direct, just like what specifically do you think you're gonna run in the future?
Hmm.
Yeah, Ben, you brought it up, so why don't you go forth?
Uh, I love D&D. 2014 fifth edition specifically. I love that
Say
system.
that.
It is it is what got me into TTRPGs, like really it's like what I've played the most of. I am never gonna run it. I think that it's horribly outdated and it takes way too long to do whatever you want. So expect expect a lot of 2 or 3 shots from me. Expect systems like kids on bikes, maybe other things. I love rules light systems where you can just get in and get out. Expect like hour and a half long episodes from me. Um, yeah, and just drop in, get a fun story, and then you can go on with your day.
Hell yeah. I really want to play a character that is more like one of my home game characters. Really bad because this home game character that I am thinking of is the best character I've ever made, but none of you will ever see them because this is a home game.
Mhm.
Um,
Same.
and
It's
I do
painful.
not like. I don't obviously. I will not just like copy one for one the personality and everything, but I want to play a character that uh, that that emulates the amount of fun and the amount of wit that I have, the amount of full body engaged, mind engaged, thinking about everything, like all brain cells firing on all cylinders.
Mhm.
I really, with our next big project that Ian's gonna soon announce, that's really what I'm hoping for. In terms of things that I want to run, expect a lot of the intimate, like 1 or 2 player things. I am planning a sort of mid form, not short form, not long form, like mid form campaign that might be D&D unless I find a different system that I want to use for it that will still be set in the world of Koei. We've talked about it in a couple of talkbacks past that I had an original campaign that I was writing, and then we decided to do God Killer first. So that's still coming.
Mhm.
I'm also toying with a sort of like indie corner segment that will just take some games off of itch that are, small, uh pay whatever you want, just to really um explore what's going on in the space. I want to see what's happening. If and I would love to get sort of any suggestions from our audience if they are like, I would love to see you guys play this system. I think it would be really fun.
Yeah.
Like I just want to be playing more and different types of tabletop because I have found that when you expand your horizons with the games that you play, it makes you a better creative overall.
Truly,
So
truly.
that's what you can expect from me. Um and uh yeah, I'm really excited uh to to keep trying new things and doing new things and incorporating the old into the new and
Mhm.
all that stuff.
Yeah, and that's such an important point that you've made there. Like we've scarcely done any Dungeons and Dragons on this channel, and I'm sure that we will do it again in the future at some point. Um, but it is really important not only just to like encourage people to broaden their horizons, because it truly does. If you want to do this professionally, it's like so important to look at these other genres, these other styles of gaming. There are so many people out there who don't know, who
Mhm.
were like me when I was a kid, where you think that D&D is the only thing that exists in terms of this genre, and people will use D&D and TTRPG, those terms, interchangeably. um there's a reason why, like, when I teach my class is called role play storytelling, that I teach it to high schoolers, and we do D&D last. We have time to play 4 games live in the class, and they're like, it's a broad spectrum, and I try to have 4 completely different styles of gameplay, 4 completely different genres. And then when we get to the end, the kids who signed up specifically to play D&D, I will tell them, you guys have the hardest job, because when it comes to D&D, again, with the context of I'm trying to train you to consider this professionally, whether as a writer or an actual player, it's like, if you approach D&D, I feel like if you're taking it super seriously, you have an obligation to challenge it a little bit, to not just be like, and it's Tolkien archetypes, and it's the stereotypes, it's the lore from 5th edition that
Mhm.
is like, tieflings are oppressed, and so are half elves, and half elves are the only half thing, and etc., etc. Like, all of those things that have been the same for so long. uh D&D, I love like what Brennan Lee Mulligan said about how Dungeons and Dragons is like a stove.
Mhm.
Like, what you bring to it cooks the food, you know? Um and so I think bringing that's the beautiful thing about D&D, is that you can bring these big epic mythological stories, and you can bend it and change it and make it your own and make it interesting, you know? But yeah, play more other games. You can definitely expect
Play
us to do
more
that on here.
other games.
I think we play more not D&D than we play D&D on
Mhm.
the channel. 100%. That
Yep.
has been true from the beginning, and it will continue to be. Mhm. um from me specifically, I think you can expect mostly long form. um I tend to run longer campaigns. However, I have, a like I said, that cinematic, like that TV structure. I write like seasons at a time, either seasons or arcs at a time. With Starlit, they're like batches of episodes that have maybe a unifying theme, that we film them all like close together, and then we'll release like 4 2-part episodes at a time. Uh, and that will be like a season. Same thing with First City. First City will have a certain number of episodes in a season that is about one major thing. So it's never just going to be like, we're on episode 100 of
Mhm.
this campaign. Like, you will always know the what chunk of the story you're engaging with in a longer medium from me, or in a longer narrative. You can definitely expect, if I do one shots, which I will do sometimes, they will possibly be in a system that I made. I do design games and put them on itch. You can find panels and powers, as well as object permanence, which we have not played on here. That's a one shot system that I fully plan to do with you guys at some point on here. Um, and one thing that I want to hint at. Oh, I'm really, really interested in starting to run 1 or 2 shots that are set in existing franchises. I think it is RPGs are such a good tool for like meaningfully doing fan fiction. Truly, I
Yeah.
just think
Yep.
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
and like, it vents out certain things, and it like sharpens your writing skills, I think. And like, I'm a 30-year-old writing teacher who's been to a lot of writing school, and I think I am so far away from being the best I could possibly be still. You should always think that, I think,
Mhm.
that you're still reaching for a better version of yourself and what you're capable of. Um and for me, I think I have had so much fun in home games, being like, okay, we're going to run a Kingdom Hearts one shot around Christmas time, um or like, I've done Star Wars games before that are so much fun. I want to start doing that on the channel. So expect to see me do some one shots that are set in like DC Comics, Star Wars are big ones. Maybe we'll do like an actual Star Trek
Mhm.
sometime. I think that's it for my ones.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
speaking of First City, we still have backlogged episodes for Volume 3, and we still have to finish Volume 3, and we intend to.
Mhm.
And we have been talking behind the scenes. I am not finished with that world.
No,
Please, I
And
need more.
I love
I
it
yeah,
need
too
it
much
we
to
now.
give
love
it
it
up completely.
so much. So even if it's not still, our main flagship show anymore, we're still going to be, when we have the time, editing up these episodes and releasing them, and recording more and releasing them, because we still love, uh, for City. Um, for me, the way I see it is, you always hear that you're the first thing you ever do is not the best thing, and it's not like the thing that's gonna, like, it's very rare that that's like the thing that's gonna quote unquote work.
Yeah.
And that's just true in this case, but it doesn't mean that we love it any less.
Hmm.
I still think about Haramone almost every day. I think about Haramone and Monarch and Helix, and um where we've left off in our recordings for Volume 3. I think about, the next episode that we have yet to record all the time.
Hmm.
And yeah, we will never abandon anything on this show.
No, I honestly like the sort of inside baseball of that too is like we really care about bringing in new viewers. And First City is on I don't even know how many episodes, a lot.
Mhm.
It's
Like
so many episodes.
34.
We're in season 3, you know, and we understand that it is not particularly accessible to jump in the middle of such a serialized story, right? So we have kind of put it on the back burner for that reason. But in my heart, like I started with Chance Encounters with that world for a
It's our
reason. I
baby.
love that world. I have multiple more seasons, like ideas written in my head of like where the story is going. What the ultimate like mystery of it is still like we haven't gotten to it yet. We haven't like heard the truth revealed yet. So I care very deeply about that world. And the thing is too, I would love to do a little call to action here because I would love to be playing in that world more.
Mm.
Um, and the beautiful thing about the internet, the beautiful and terrible thing, but in this moment, a beautiful thing, the internet is forever. And we have organized First City on our channel in, I think, a pretty accessible way. You can see the seasons, like the playlists are in seasons, so you can clearly see the order that you want to watch them in. So if you are a new viewer and you watch this, or you watch something else that we put out, in the coming year, and you're like, hey, I really like these guys, what else do they do? If you go back and watch First City and like it, that gives us a reason to really prioritize it again. I think it's like it's not too late to go make First City popular. So
And that's true
yeah,
for anything. We want to
Mhm.
know what you think.
yeah.
And if you are one of those people, something I've had to sort of fight, who doesn't like to comment or send messages, to the creators or the artists that you engage with and like, please do, because we we are the number one fans of our work, and we would love nothing more than to be tied for first with you.
Mhm.
And you like that shit?
Yeah. You like that, you
Yeah,
sick son of a
you
bitch.
sick son of a bitch. And like, we have our real life friends who in real life tell us that they watch and that they love what we're doing. Um, but we don't, if you don't tell us, if you don't say anything, we won't know. And we want to know. We want to know that we are making stuff that people like,
Mhm.
and that are impacting people, and that is impacting people. And again, I could yap for 8 hours straight just about Haramon's taste in food and why they have the taste in food that they have.
Should I
So-
give the log line for First City just in case? Now that we've made the call to
Yeah!
action. Okay. First City is a world set in the not too terribly distant future where a city of the future was built on an island on Earth, populated with people from all over the world, from all walks of life, brought together to innovate and usher in the future, until one day that entire city is mysteriously teleported off the face of the Earth and reappears on another planet so far away that even the stars overhead are unfamiliar. Once the people of the first city realize that not only is this world habitable, it is completely uninhabited, at least by other sapient creatures. And there is no way for them to return home to Earth. They begin to build anew. But there's one final catch, because something in the atmosphere, a previously undiscovered element, not present on Earth, but present on this new world that they name Paragon, is an element that gives a fraction of the population superpowers. And so, how do humans know how to engage with having superpowers? Well, comic book superheroes are really their only frame of reference. So here in this technological, distant world, colleges for superheroes are built. And our main characters, the main party, are sorted onto a team together, Naruto style, with a legendary hero as their mentor, as they attend this superhero college together called Moonlight Academy. But along the way, they are drawn into various conspiracies and engage with the larger questions of what is the true nature of this planet, and why are we here in the first place?
So if that fucking sounds right up your alley, go back.
Be
Go
sure
watch
to
it.
like, comment, and subscribe.
And subscribe.
And we'll make more of it faster.
Yep.
Frankly. Tell us what you like and we'll make more of it. That's what we're saying. Yeah. Anything to add, Ben?
Be sure to reach out at Chance Encounters RPG on Instagram and Blue Sky.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Well then, on that note, again, stick around until the end to hear our big announcement for our next big show coming in 2026. But I think now is a good time to bust out the snacks.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So we
It's
wanted to put in
mukbang
a little segment here where we try some new snacks. So
Holiday themed.
yeah, and we all picked different ones. Unfortunately, we can't try across, you know, across the state.
Well, not with
Each
that
other's
attitude.
worms. Not with that attitude, no. But which one should we go for first?
How hungry you feeling, Ben?
I've been looking at this for like the past hour, wondering when the hell.
So what did you get? I don't even know what you got.
So I got for me this chocolate babka. Ooh,
Whoa.
What is it?
it's a chocolate babka.
What is that though?
It's like a. Oh God, I had the tab pulled up. Let me quickly Google babka. This is the history guy in me. Babka is a sweet braided yeast leavened bread or viennoiserie that originated in the Jewish communities of Poland and Western Ukraine.
Whoa. Bobka.
Babka.
Bobka.
Oh.
Oh.
He went in.
He went
It
in.
looks very good.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it cinnamon?
It's like bread
Uh-huh.
with shut up. It's like bread, but you have like chocolate like folded over it. So it's
Oh. Striations.
yeah, striations.
So not like a
Striations.
swirl, like a. Is that what a marble is? I don't even know.
Yeah, like a marble.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's like rye bread, but instead of the darker stuff being more bread, it's chocolate.
But instead of the corn bone, it's a hot dog.
Slay. You love? You love?
Oh yeah, I love, and it's like dark chocolate too, not that whack ass milk chocolate.
Dude,
Fuck yeah.
I'm glad we agree on this. I primarily only engage with dark chocolate. I really don't like light chocolate.
Same.
It's the only good type of chocolate.
We believe in dark chocolate supremacy here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if you like milk chocolate, sorry about it. We like you. We don't like milk chocolate.
I hate you.
That sounds
Me.
it sounds like we're against milk chocolate.
I am against milk
We
chocolate.
are!
It makes my teeth hurt.
Local up and coming YouTube channel.
Microplastics upon thee.
Milk chocolate. But yeah.
Do you want to go next, or should I go next?
Well, we have 3 different things here.
Yeah.
We have actually technically 4, because my one is 2 different ones.
2 different flavors.
I have these gingerbread stars
From Germany.
Ooh.
from World Market and also Germany.
From Germany. Yeah.
But there's 2 different flavors in there. So there's dark chocolate covered one that has a fruit filling. That scares me
Ooh.
slightly, but I think it could be good. And then the sugar glazed one, it looks kind of like a glazed donut. It looks really good.
Yeah.
And then you have, what do you have?
I have some drop candies because I love drop candy. I believe these are also from Germany.
Oh, it's a Deutschland.
Yes, made in Germany. And I've had these before. I've had I've had drop candy that looks very identical to this before.
Mhm.
So this is like if I don't like my other thing, I'll try this. And then if I don't like either of them, then I'm just screwed. And then I have 4 Ecclefechan tarts from Scotland.
Ecclefechan.
They are delicious all butter shortbread tarts packed with sultanas, almonds, currants, and cherries, baked in Scotland.
Oh.
And it has cute little reflective foil snowflakes on the box.
I love the box. The box is really nice.
Not sponsored by Walkers, but
Could
could be. I love
Don't worry,
shortbread.
we will shill anything.
Well, hopefully not anything.
Yeah, the only thing I think is that we should
gaming.
do the drops last because we would have to spit them out because we can't wait to, you know what I mean?
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Well, yours is, I think, gonna make a lot more crinkle crankles because it's like wrapped in plastic.
True.
It's also bigger. Like the stars are bigger, I think.
Well, the other thing is which one is less likely to like
Fuck with the other
fuck
one.
with the other one, which I think might be this one.
Yeah.
Because that one's got a whole bunch of stuff in
This
there.
has fruits in it.
Yeah,
Fruits
I
in
want to
it.
like taste the full
Fruits in
weight
it.
of that, you know.
So we do this one first.
So I was saying the opposite, but yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, bada bing. Oh, they're like kind of big.
Oh, they're like little pies, man.
They're so cute.
Oh, I love that.
Look at that. They're sizable.
I already forgot what you said was in there.
Sultanas, dates. Oh no.
I'm talking over the crinkles, which means we can't edit out the crinkles. Oops.
Sultanas, almonds, currants, and cherries.
Sultana, isn't that the girl from Halo?
Bruh.
Oh my god. No. No.
Sprinkles.
Kill this man.
Oh, I
Oh,
didn't.
so you want to just go for one?
I didn't think about how we're in our room, which has carpet.
Do you want to
I mean,
clap
me
in and
too,
make a
bestie.
paper plate appear? Because you're on the outside.
Yeah, with the power of editing.
A paper plate will appear
Goodbye.
now.
Okay. Power
Oh,
of editing.
Plate appeared.
Plate appeared. Yay.
A wild
Dark
plate
magic.
appeared.
I had to kind of decimate the tinfoil cup, but it's fine.
I already don't remember currants. I remember black currant.
I just said it. Okay.
yummy, yummy, yummy.
Oh.
Oh. I like it because I like raisins.
Oh,
It's not actually raisins, but it's raisin textured.
Hmm?
I think it's good.
How is it, texture guy?
I like the crust a lot because it is a very short bready crust. Walkers. And then the currants, yeah, anything that's in there kind of has like a raisiny sort of texture. So if you don't like that, then you won't like this, clearly.
My man was
My
it's
man-
like when you give
my man's
peanut
struggling.
butter to a dog. He just keeps chewing and smacking away.
It hit the autism all wrong.
All right, that's the preview clip.
It was like, at first it's like, oh, a pleasant like tart texture, like I'm eating like an egg tart or something, and then I bit into it and it was like just a mouthful of raisins. It's like, imagine eating a handful of raisins and that's the texture. But also I think it tasted kind of like raisins too. It might have just been my brain tricking me, but
I don't think there's grape in it.
I mean, dates are kind of like bigger raisins.
oh,
If
maybe
that
it's
makes
the
somebody
date
mad,
flavor.
then
Well,
Fruit and nuts.
it's gonna be a no for me. But I respect the concept.
Currants, almonds, cherries. Yeah, I think it's just like dried, berries created raisin texture. So
If they were blended up and it was like a jelly,
a jelly,
I would love it.
like a mince pie.
I would love
You would
that.
prefer a mince pie, yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
But I don't like the disparate like raisin textures going on.
I think it's good. So, Walkers, hit me up. I'll plug.
Can I have some of this?
Yeah.
Palate cleansing.
Palate cleanser as we move on to the gingerbread stars.
I feel like we should do the plain one first, right?
Yeah. I probably won't have the chocolate one. Chocolate makes my teeth hurt for some reason, even dark chocolate sometimes. So I probably won't.
It's so cute.
Hold the thing under you.
It's a little star.
It's got a little hole in it. Kind of looks like a butthole.
It's a little buttholey.
It's a little
but it's fine.
butthole-y.
I think this is about to be really good.
Oh. Ooh. That looks like a good texture.
Oh, it's so good.
oh god.
Mmm. It's like when the gingerbread is spicy, as it should be.
In my mind, I had a vision of like the best possible that it could be and the worst possible it could be.
Mm-hmm.
And it's exactly the best possible that it could be. It has some give to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like super dry.
It's not super dry or super hard.
And the flavor is really, really good.
It's really strong.
Mm-hmm. But I want that.
And it has a little bit of spicy.
Mhm.
But the shiny is like a thin, sugary coating, which balances out really nicely.
Mhm.
Oh god.
It's a little bit like a. You might disagree with this because I know you don't like Krispy Kreme, but the Krispy Kreme glaze of it, there's kind of a glazed donut situation happening
Yeah.
to it, but it's got a really nice shatter. It's got like a nice crackle.
I'm scared that the chocolate is actually going to ruin something that's perfect.
Maybe. Oh, it's so good. God damn. I'm gonna eat all these.
You want to grab the next one?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Ooh, poopy butthole.
Ugh.
DJ Poopy Butthole.
DJ Poopy Butthole. I'm gonna change my Discord name to that.
Wait, can I make it like it's my head?
So your head is a poopy butthole?
I'm the Demogorgon or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It looks like that. I don't know.
Just eat
Just eat the star.
Just eat the sar, man.
I still can't
the
believe
fries in
Stranger
the
Things
bag.
hasn't ended yet. Please kill that show.
Oh?
Hmm?
It might be good. Where's the jelly?
Where is the jelly? Hello? Were you lied to?
I taste it. It's a like really thin. It's like Pop-Tart level thin layer.
Mm.
I think it's good. I think I like the plain one better.
I'm not gonna. I don't
Oh.
want it.
I think it's good though.
Don't
I think
want
you might like it.
No, I think
Said
I'm okay.
yuck. Yuck.
Oh, there's a little bit. Okay, I will say, the fruit filling sticks with you longer than you want it to.
Oh.
You don't taste it that strongly at first, and then it like lives in the back of your throat for a second. It's like, oh yeah, that's tart. That wasn't there at the top of the top of the bite.
But
I like the chocolate actually.
yeah, I have no doubt that the
chocolate's
German chocolate.
Well, because
be
the
bad.
coating again, the coating is really nice. It's like a good. You know, you get like a bad candy bar, and the coating is just so plasticky and bad. This is not like that. This is like good
Real
candy
chocolate.
candy bar positive.
Real chocolate.
Yeah, lovely.
Well, thank you for joining us for our mukbang segment.
You're not gonna eat the drops.
Oh shit, I forgot about them.
Oh my god, we be forgetful.
We be forgetful.
When we cut the camera, I'm gonna eat the rest of that one.
This is your sign to try something new. For Christmas, get a new snack or something, a new tradition,
or for whatever holiday,
or every day of your life. Try something new.
Try something new. Kiss someone you've never kissed before.
I'm gonna grab the orange slice.
Orange slice should
Are
be
they
good.
different? Are they actually different flavors?
Yeah. Well, this one tastes like orange.
What's green gonna be?
Grape, apple.
I don't know. It looks like it's like a bumpy little patty, kind of almond shaped. I don't. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna commit to the green one.
What are the fruits on the front of the bag?
We got oranges, cherries, lemons, raspberries, blackberries.
Oh, I should have gone a raspberry. I'm a fool.
They're good. They're drop candy.
It's just a drop candy.
It's just a drop candy. They're kind of tangy. So these are sweets for my sweet. Assorted fruits. All of everything we got at Cost Plus World Market. Not a sponsor, but could be because we go there all the time and I love them.
Yeah. I mean,
Mhm.
it's solid. I don't have a lot to say about it because I've had this. I think a lot of, but you can. It's better quality than just like a. You know what I mean? It's not just like a gas station candy.
Damn. Yeah.
Oh.
Damn.
Well.
Yeah, pretty good. I'm supposed to announce the thing now, but I have this thing. I'm sucking on this thing now. I don't know how I'm gonna do that.
I have this thing now. I'm sucking on this thing now.
I just got. I think I
Well,
have to spit it out we have to wait and edit out this whole part.
With the power of editing, you won't have a drop candy in your mouth. In 3, 2, 1.
I don't have a drop candy in my mouth anymore.
Yay!
I'm
So-
restraining myself.
Well, here we are at the end of the video. So as promised, we are going to officially announce the next big project that we're working on. So we have been very hard at work on a long form campaign that we are going to be launching early in 2026. It is going to be with me running the game, Asteria and Ben both playing, and we are also going to be introducing someone new, a new player to Chance Encounters named Connor, who is a former student of mine, my honorary son. Truly so excited to have him aboard. Such a talented role player and has already made such a cool character.
Yes.
And this is going to be a Daggerheart campaign.
Wow! Daggerheart? Who could have guessed?
In this economy?
Whoa!
We did it before they did, somehow.
That's not true at
No.
all. What the fuck are you talking
A
about?
long-form
they haven't done
Daggerheart?
long. Yeah, they haven't done like as long as we're doing. But yeah. So Daggerheart, for those who may not be familiar, it is the game system that Critical Role designed and put out. It is so cool that we have all become extremely enamored with it and have been dying to actually play it. It is very it can do a lot of the same things D&D can do, but it has such a fluidity to it that I'm really excited to get into on camera. We've done some test games at home. We've done one test game at home.
But we will be doing more.
We will be doing more. Yeah, and I just simply cannot wait. I've been chomping at the bit to just engage with Daggerheart at all. The world that we are going to be playing in, that we have been designing, is called Fractura. But the main premise of our story is about a king, a Tinker King. For this is indeed a somewhat steampunky fantasy world. It is not going to be straight Tolkien-esque or like D&D high fantasy. It is going to be a more industrial revolution colliding with magic. Lots of mechs and robots, early cars, perhaps even some arcane radio, things like that. We're really going to be playing with genre a lot on this one. Our story begins when a king named Caius Meridian, on his deathbed with no biological heirs, names his arcane construct his heir. And some people in the world do not accept a robot as the true ruler of Fractura. So there is a rebellion that is quickly quelled, and Caius Meridian the 15th, an arcane construct, a robot by all accounts, rules the kingdom quite peacefully for 30 years, until, suddenly, he begins to malfunction, act erratically, and begin pursuing and hunting down anyone who has contact with voices that are claiming to be other gods from the same realm as Kabe, the creator. It is a period of unrest, of civil war, and innovation at great cost. And this campaign is going to be called Empire of the Broken Machine.
Whoa!
I think that's about the long and short of it. Is there anything that you guys want to say about it, about what we've been building, just
No.
as a little? Yeah.
No, you guys don't get
Leave the
anything.
rest of it.
You gotta
Mhm.
you gotta wait. You gotta wait until we start doing the actual real promo.
Yep, because everything I just said is just the backstory. That's just the background of the world state. What the who the actual characters are, what we're going to be doing, is all totally going to be new to you guys. So I agree. Some influences for it. The primary influence is going to be like a JRPG vibe. I love Chrono Trigger. It is one of my favorite games of all time. I also love Kingdom Hearts. But very specifically, Chrono Trigger, I think, is the vibe that you're going to see the most. I'm also going for a certain amount of like Studio Ghibli, but on the side of like Castle in the Sky type. You know, lots of wonder, lots of ruminating on a soft magic system, which is a very new thing for me, by the way. Like, I really tend to lean into, when it comes to magic systems, rules and logistics. Anyone who's watched First City knows that I really like to play with like, how does this power actually scientifically function?
But
And
not
when
here.
and when something doesn't, it's like that's wondrous and it's a mystery. Not in this world, man. This is
Nyeh.
going to be a world of soft magic, of mystery and wonder, and vast, sprawling, beautiful landscapes, big, melodramatic, heart-wrenching moments where beauty and sorrow intertwine. I'm so excited for it. We've been working hard on it, so I hope you enjoy it. I think that's about it.
Yay! We did it!
Amazing. We did it.
We did it!
We are Chance Encounters, and we hope that you have an absolutely wonderful holiday. Get some rest, get some good food. Try these plain gingerbread stars if you're near a world market. I highly recommend them. They're very good.
All of
Try
those
them.
statements were threats. Have a good holiday season.
And if you don't, we'll know.
We'll know.
We'll know. Thank you, everyone who has supported us this far,
Yeah.
and will continue to follow us along on this journey. We truly, as much as we love playing with each other and having fun crafting stories with each other, we truly do it for you. And we'll know.
Mhm.
On that beautiful note, have a very merry holiday, everyone. Fare thee well. Bye.
See you next year.
Bye bye.